The Ryobi has 5 settings that directly affect how it cuts, and most people only use 2 of them. In this video we're going to go through every single one, what it does, when to use it, and what happens when you get it wrong. The trigger is variable speed. Squeeze gently and the blade moves slowly, squeeze fully and it runs at maximum. The mistake most beginners make is pulling the trigger flat out from the moment the blade touches the material. At the start of every cut, ease in, half pressure until the blade is established, then build up. A gentle start gives you a cleaner entry point and much more control over where the cut begins. Full trigger from the off causes the blade to wander and chips out the edge of the material. Use low trigger pressure for starting cuts, tight curves, thin materials and delicate finishes. Full speed for straight cuts through thick timber where pace matters. The speed dial runs from 1 to 6 and sets your maximum strokes per minute from around 800 SPM at the low end up to 2800 at full tilt. Think of this as a setting as ceiling. The trigger then controls where you are within that range. Speeds 1 to 2, metals, aluminium, thin steel, copper. High speed on metal generates heat that wrecks blades instantly, always slow for metal. Speed 3 to 4, your middle ground, hardwoods, MDF, laminates, plastic, more control, cleaner finish. 5 to 6 speed is softwood, plywood, rough cuts, maximum pace where the finish is less important. The mistake is always running at maximum. More speed on the wrong material means more tear out, melted plastic or blades that overheat in seconds. Now onto the orbital action. This is the settings that makes the biggest difference to your cuts, and the one that most people leave untouched. On setting 0, the blade moves straight up and down, precise, controlled, clean edges. Turn it up and the blade starts making an oval motion, pushing slightly forward into the material on the upstroke, pulling back on the downstroke. The higher the setting, the more aggressive that scooping motion becomes. Setting 0. Metal, laminates, ceramics, tight curves, anything where position or material sensitivity matters. Blade straight up and down, maximum control. Settings 1. Hardwoods, MDF, general woodwork. Small forward push, slight speed boost, still accurate. Your everyday settings for most cuts. Settings 2. Softwoods, sheet timber, bulk cutting. Noticeably faster, rougher edges. Good when pace matters more than the finish. Settings 3 is for thick softwoods, rough framing, demolition, maximum scoop, maximum speed, rough results. Fast and brutal, not for finishing cuts. The rules. Harder or more delicate material needs less orbital. Soft material, rough work, speed matters, dial it up. Now onto the LED. It activates automatically when you pull the trigger and it illuminates the cut line directly ahead of the blade. In a bright workshop you barely notice it. In a dark space, a cupboard, under a worktop, and even in the garage, it makes a real difference. It doesn't replace marking your line clearly, but it helps you stay on it. Now onto the bevel shoe, or the base plate, whichever you like. Tilts to allow angled cuts, and it adjusts from 15, 30, 45 degree and anywhere in between. You adjust it using an Allen key. Loosen the bolt, tilt to your angle, you feel it click into each position, stop, then tighten it firmly before cutting. Don't just snug the bolt. If it shifts mid-cut, your angle changes and the cut is ruined. One thing to know, when your shoe is tilted, the blade exits the material further across to one side than you'd expect. Always do a test cut on a scrap first. Measure where the blade actually exits and account for that offset when you're marking your good material. Use it for worktop joints, angled panels, roofing cuts, anywhere two pieces need to meet at an angle. So, variable speed, speed dial, orbital action, LED and a bevel chew. 5 settings, all of them useful once you know what they're doing. Thumbs up if this helped, subscribe for more Ryobi guides and quick tutorials like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.